Well, I'd like to retain your services. It involves locating a missing person. That's our business, Mr. Harris. With $500 as a...
The detective drama has long been a popular genre in classic television, capturing the attention of millions with its intriguing stories of private detectives and their thrilling investigations. The fascination with this genre can be traced back to the fall of 1958 with the premiere of two adult private I-series Peter Gunn and 77 Sunset Strip. While both shows were successful, the latter would face an unexpected challenge when Jack Webb, the creator of Dragnet, took over its production. This is the story of how Jack Webb's involvement in 77 Sunset Strip changed the course of the show, and not necessarily for the better.
Are you Timmy's mother?
Oh, yes.
I'm Stuart Bailey. I saw your boy take that spill.
77 Sunset Strip was a groundbreaking television series that premiered in 1958, known for being the first hour-long private eye show. The show was set in a detective agency located on Sunset Strip in Los Angeles and followed the cases of three private detectives, Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., Roger Smith, and Ed Burns. Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., played by Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., was the lead detective and the most experienced of the three. He was known for his calm and collected demeanor, as well as his sharp intellect and investigative skills. Roger Smith, played by Roger Smith, was the youngest of the three detectives. He was a former Marine and brought a tough, no-nonsense approach to his cases. Despite his rough exterior, he had a strong sense of justice and was deeply committed to solving each case. Ed Burns, played by Ed Byans, was the flashy and charming detective of the group. He was known for his slicked back hair and his ability to talk his way out of any situation. He often used his charm and wit to gather information and solve cases. The show was notable for its fast-paced, action-packed storylines and its use of location shooting in and around Los Angeles. The show's theme song, 77 Sunset Strip, became a hit single and helped to make the show a cultural phenomenon. 77 Sunset Strip was one of the most influential private eye shows in history, paving the way for future shows in the genre. Its combination of action, drama, and humor, as well as its iconic characters and memorable theme song, have made it a beloved classic that continues to be enjoyed by audiences today.
I used that last week, man.
Too much.
77 Sunset Strip was a popular TV series that aired in 1958, starring Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. as Stu Bailey and Roger Smith as Jeff Spencer. Both characters were former government secret agents and non-practicing attorneys who worked out of their chic offices on Sunset Boulevard in Suites 101 and 102. Stu Bailey, played by Zimbalist, was a suave and sophisticated private investigator. He was a man of action, always ready to take on any challenge that came his way. Bailey's calm and collected demeanor made him an excellent detective, and his background as a former government agent gave him the skills and knowledge necessary to handle any situation. Jeff Spencer, portrayed by Smith, was also a former government agent and a non-practicing attorney. He was a man of few words, but when he spoke, people listened. Spencer's intelligence and analytical mind made him an invaluable asset to the team. Together, Bailey and Spencer made a formidable duo, using their combined skills and expertise to solve even the most complex cases. Both Bailey and Spencer were judo experts, which often came in handy during their investigations. They were both physically fit and skilled fighters, able to handle themselves in any situation. This physical prowess, combined with their sharp minds and investigative skills, made them a force to be reckoned with. Their offices on Sunset Boulevard were stylish and sophisticated, reflecting the personalities of the two detectives. The location of their offices in the heart of Hollywood gave them access to a wide range of clients and cases. From movie stars to mob bosses, Bailey and Spencer took on some of the most high-profile cases in town. 77 Sunset Strip was a groundbreaking TV series that set the standard for detective shows in the years to come. With its stylish setting, charismatic leads, and intriguing cases, it captured the imagination of audiences and paved the way for a new genre of television. Whether you're a fan of classic TV or just looking for a good detective story, 77 Sunset Strip is definitely worth a watch.
Yes? Yes, she's here now. Oh, fine. We'll be waiting.
In the 1958 TV series 77 Sunset Strip, the detectives alternated as leads. Some weeks focused on Stu Bailey's case, while others centered on just Spencer's. Occasionally, they teamed up, depending on the case. This dynamic allowed for varied storylines and kept viewers engaged with the characters' different investigative approaches.
Margot.
77 Sunset Strip was a popular TV series that first aired in 1958. The show was known for its depiction of the glamorous and exciting world of private investigators in Los Angeles. While the series featured several main characters, the breakout character was Kooky, played by Ed Burns. Kooky was a fun-loving, wisecracking, hair-combing hipster who worked as a valet parking attendant at Dino's Lodge. Despite his seemingly lowly position, Kooky had aspirations of becoming a private eye himself. He was always eager to help out the main characters, Stu Bailey and Jeff Spencer, on their cases, and often provided comic relief with his quick wit and humorous one-liners. Despite his comedic portrayal, Kooky was also a complex character with his own set of struggles and dreams. He was a likable and relatable figure, and viewers tuned in each week to see what kind of adventures he would get up to. Overall, Kooky was a standout character in 77 Sunset Strip and helped make the series a success. His unique blend of humor, charm, and ambition made him a fan favorite and solidified his place in TV history.
She insisted on fixing me a home-cooked dinner.
Well, you watch yourself, Dad. Many a hip.
77 Sunset Strip was a popular television series that aired from 1958 to 1964. The show was known for its stylish and glamorous depiction of the detective business and was set in a detective agency located next door to a chic and fashionable restaurant called Dino's. Dino's was a hotspot for Hollywood's elite and was often featured in the show as a backdrop for the detectives' investigations and encounters with clients. The restaurant was owned by Dean Martin, one of the show's main stars, and was known for its sophisticated atmosphere and delicious cuisine. The detectives' offices were located in a prime location on Sunset Strip, one of the most famous and glamorous streets in Hollywood. The detectives, played by Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., Roger Smith, and Ed Bynes, were known for their sharp dress sense, quick wit, and ability to solve even the most complex cases. The show was a hit with audiences and ran for 6 seasons, with a total of 207 episodes. It was nominated for several Emmy Awards and is still remembered today as a classic example of 1950s and 60s television. The inclusion of Dino's in the show added an extra layer of glamour and sophistication, making it a must-visit destination for both the detectives and the viewers.
He will give it to me Saturday morning after his party. That's the best I can do.
It is not enough.
Jacqueline Beer, a talented actress, played the role of Suzanne in the 1958 TV series 77 Sunset Strip. Suzanne was a beautiful French woman who worked as a switchboard operator for the Sunset Answering Service located in Suite 103. As the operator, Suzanne was responsible for handling phone calls and directing them to the appropriate parties. She played a crucial role in the series, as her position allowed her to be at the center of the action and often provided important information to the show's private detectives. Jacqueline Beer brought a unique charm and elegance to the character of Suzanne, making her a fan favorite. Her French accent and stylish appearance added to the glamour and allure of the series, which was set in the bustling and exciting world of 1950s Hollywood. Despite her limited screen time, Jacqueline Beer's portrayal of Suzanne left a lasting impression on viewers and helped to make 77 Sunset Strip a beloved and enduring classic. Her contributions to the series were an important part of its success, and her character remains an iconic and memorable part of the show.
What made you order sandwiches?
I figured you'd see the bellboy this.
77 Sunset Strip was a popular TV series that aired from 1958 to 1964. The show was known for its crime drama storylines and the use of comic relief to lighten the mood. One character who provided this relief was Roscoe, played by Louis Quinn. Roscoe was a constant presence in the offices of the show's private detective agency. He was always eager to share his horse racing tips and offer his insights on the latest street gossip. Despite his seemingly simple-minded nature, Roscoe proved to be a valuable asset to the detectives on more than one occasion. Due to his extensive knowledge of the local underworld, Roscoe was sometimes called upon to go undercover or gather information for the detectives. His street smarts and ability to blend in with the criminal element made him an effective operative. Despite his importance to the show, Roscoe remained a background character, never taking center stage. However, his comedic timing and unique personality made him a fan favorite, and and a memorable part of the 77 Sunset Strip cast. In summary, Roscoe, played by Louis Quinn, was a recurring character on 77 Sunset Strip who provided comic relief and valuable information to the show's private detective agency. His simple-minded exterior hid a sharp mind and street smarts, making him an effective operative when needed. Roscoe's unique personality and comedic timing made him a beloved character among fans of the show.
Major Wilkinson's office, Sergeant Bannock speaking.
May I speak with the Major, please? The name is Jeff Spencer.
The Major isn't in, can I?
77 Sunset Strip is a popular television series that first aired in 1958, created by Roy Huggins. Huggins was known for his exceptional writing and producing skills, making him one of the most talented figures in the television industry at the time. The series is set in a detective agency located on Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, California. It follows the adventures of two private detectives, Stuart Bailey and Jeff Spencer, as they solve various cases that come their way. The show was praised for its fast-paced action, witty dialogue, and attractive cast, making it a hit among audiences during its time. The characters in 77 Sunset Strip were well developed and had distinct personalities which added to the show's appeal. Stuart Bailey, played by Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., was the more serious and disciplined of the two detectives, while Jeff Spencer, portrayed by Roger Smith, was the more laid-back and humorous one. The chemistry between the two leads was undeniable, making their partnership on the show a winning combination. The series was also known for its stylish and glamorous depiction of the Sunset Strip, which was a popular destination for celebrities and tourists during the 1950s and 1960s. The show's opening credits, which featured a jazz soundtrack and a montage of the Strip's iconic landmarks, became instantly recognizable and added to the show's cool and sophisticated image. 77 Sunset Strip was a groundbreaking show in many ways, and its influence can still be felt in contemporary television. Its innovative use of music, fashion, and location helped to establish a new standard for television production, and its snappy dialogue and engaging storylines continue to inspire writers and producers today. Overall, 77 Sunset Strip is a classic television series that remains popular among audiences of all ages. Its enduring appeal is a testament to the talent and vision of its creator, Roy Huggins, and the show's ability to capture the spirit and energy of a bygone era.
Don't know him either.
I doubt it very much, Lieutenant.
Strange. Seems nobody knows.
In 1958, the television series 77 Sunset Strip made its debut, created by Roy Huggins. Initially, Huggins envisioned the show to be a serious, gritty drama. However, by the 23rd episode of the first season, the tone of the series began to shift towards a lighter and more comedic atmosphere. 77 Sunset Strip follows the adventures of two private detectives, Stuart Bailey and Jeff Spencer, who operate their business out of an office located on Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. The duo takes on various cases, ranging from solving murders to tracking down missing persons. The show's early episodes featured a more somber and realistic tone, with Huggins aiming to create a hard-hitting drama. However, as the series progressed, the tone became more playful and humorous, with the detectives often engaging in witty banter and lighthearted interactions. Despite the shift in tone, 77 Sunset Strip remained a popular show throughout its run, with viewers tuning in each week to follow the detectives' latest adventures. The show's success can be attributed to its engaging storylines, charismatic leads, and the glamorous setting of Sunset Strip. Overall, 77 Sunset Strip is a classic television series that has stood the test of time. While it may have started as a serious drama, the show's eventual shift towards comedy and lightheartedness helped it to become a beloved and enduring part of television history.
You identified this likeness, have you?
Well, my word.
The character of Stu Bailey, played by Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., made his first appearance in the 1946 novel Double Take by Roy Huggins. The popular TV series 77 Sunset Strip, which aired from 1958 to 1964, had its roots in Huggins' work. The series began as a movie called Girl on the Run, which was aired as the first episode of the show. 77 Sunset Strip revolves around the adventures of Stu Bailey and his partner Jeff Spencer, who run a private detective agency located on Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. The duo takes on various cases, ranging from murder investigations to missing person cases, while also dealing with their personal lives. The show was known for its stylish and sophisticated portrayal of private investigators, with the characters often seen driving fast cars and wearing sharp suits. The series also featured a jazzy soundtrack, which added to its cool and sophisticated image. The show's success led to several spin-offs, including Hawaiian Eye and Bourbon Street Beat, and it helped to establish the detective genre as a popular form of television entertainment. Despite its popularity, the show faced criticism for its glamorized portrayal of violence and its perceived lack of substance. In conclusion, 77 Sunset Strip was a groundbreaking TV series that helped to establish the detective genre and solidify Ephraim Zimbalist Jr.'s status as a leading man. With its stylish portrayal of private investigators and catchy soundtrack, the show remains a beloved classic among older audiences.
Tell me something. Suppose that you do get Leach off, and later it's proved that...
The original concept for Ed Burns' character, Kevin, in the 1958 TV series 77 Sunset Strip was that of a young man headed for the gas chamber, portrayed as irredeemable and immoral. Essentially, he was envisioned as a Charles Manson-type figure with a cone. However, the preview audience surprisingly took a liking to this character. In the series, Kevin was depicted as a troubled teenager who became involved in criminal activities. Despite his flaws, the character was able to gain a significant following among the show's viewers. This was mainly due to the captivating performance of Ed Burns, who was able to bring depth and complexity to the role. Initially, the creators of 77 Sunset Strip had intended for Kevin to be a minor character, but the positive reception from the audience led to his continued appearance throughout the series. This just goes to show how the perception of a character can change based on the audience's response, even if the character was originally intended to be a villain. Throughout the series, Kevin's character underwent several changes, but his initial portrayal as a dangerous and unpredictable young man remained a significant part of his persona. This made him one of the most intriguing and memorable characters in the show, despite his dark and troubled background. Overall, the character of Kevin in 77 Sunset Strip serves as a reminder that even the most unsympathetic characters can have a certain appeal to the audience. It also highlights the importance of staying true to the original concept of a character while being open to changes and improvements based on the audience's feedback.
He's tried to kill me twice. I don't want him to succeed.
Well, I could see why.
The 1958 TV series 77 Sunset Strip featured a popular character named Kooky, played by Ed Bynes. Kooky's character was known for his unique personality and habit of constantly combing his hair. The popularity of the Kooky character led to the recording of a 1959 record album by Burns. The top single from the album was actually performed by Burns and Connie Stevens, and it was titled Kooky Kooky Lenire Kami. This song played off Kooky's habit of combing his hair and became a hit, further solidifying the character's popularity.
It's time for you to make your second phone call.
In the summer of 1958, before the commencement of the third season of the popular television series 77 Sunset Strip, a significant change occurred in the detective agency. Kooky, played by Ed Bynes, became a full-fledged partner in the business alongside Stu Bailey and Jeff Spencer. Kooky, also known as Gerald Lloyd Cookson Roman III, had initially been introduced in the show's first season as a parking lot attendant at Dino's Lodge, a popular hangout spot for the detectives. His character quickly became a fan favorite due to his cool demeanor, trendy fashion, and catchy lingo. Kooky's popularity led to his promotion to a more significant role in the series. As a full partner in the detective agency, Kooky's responsibilities expanded beyond just parking cars. He became an integral part of the investigative team, working alongside Stu and Jeff to solve cases. Kooky's unique skills, such as his ability to extract information from seemingly unapproachable sources, proved to be a valuable asset to the agency. The addition of Kooky as a partner also brought about a shift in the dynamic of the show. The trio's chemistry was undeniable, and their banter and camaraderie added a new layer of entertainment to the series. The lighthearted moments between the detectives provided a refreshing contrast to the intense and often dangerous cases they worked on. Overall, the promotion of Kooky to a full partner in 77 Sunset Strip was a strategic move that paid off for the show's creators. The change brought about a renewed interest in the series and helped solidify its place as a beloved classic in television history.
That again, too. Yeah. Well, how'd he get away with it? The agent that sold in the...
77 Sunset Strip was a popular television series that aired from 1958 to 1964. The show was a detective drama that followed the adventures of two private investigators, Stuart Bailey and Jeff Spencer, who worked out of an office located at 77 Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. The series was known for its fast-paced action, stylish characters, and glamorous depiction of the city of Los Angeles. The show was a hit with audiences and consistently ranked in the top 30 positions in the Nielsen ratings. It was particularly popular among younger viewers who were drawn to the show's exciting stories and good-looking cast. The series was also notable for its use of rock and roll music, which was a relatively new and exciting genre at the time. One of the reasons for the success of 77 Sunset Strip was its talented cast. The show starred Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. as Stuart Bailey, Roger Smith as Jeff Spencer, and Ed Burns as Gerald Lloyd Kooks in Roman 3, also known as Kooky. These actors brought a unique blend of charm, wit, and toughness to their roles, and their chemistry on screen was a major factor in the show's appeal. Another reason for the success of 77 Sunset Strip was its stylish and sophisticated production design. The show's depiction of Los Angeles was glamorous and exciting, and the series' use of location shooting and high-end production values helped to create a sense of realism and excitement that was rare for television at the time. Overall, 77 Sunset Strip was a groundbreaking and influential television series that enjoyed a real loyal fan base and was consistently in the top 30 position in the Nielsen ratings. Its combination of fast-paced action, stylish production design, and talented cast helped to make it one of the most popular and enduring shows of its time.
That nag fast return. It just don't figure, Miss Warner.
Mr. Roscoe, handicap.
In the summer of 1963, after 5 successful years on air, Warner Brothers decided to revamp its popular television series 77 Sunset Strip. The studio brought in Jack Webb, a renowned figure in the industry, to serve as the executive producer and oversee the show's production. Webb and his team aimed to reinvigorate the series and make necessary improvements. To achieve this, Webb and his production team made significant changes to the show's format and cast. They gutted the series, meaning they made extensive alterations to the show's core elements. This overhaul was a strategic move to keep the show fresh and engaging for its audience. The changes implemented by Webb and his team were a result of their careful analysis of the show's strengths and weaknesses. By making these bold moves, they hope to extend the show's longevity and ensure its continued success. The revamped 77 Sunset Strip would reflect the studio's commitment to delivering high-quality entertainment and meeting the evolving tastes of its viewers.
How do you feel?
Fine.
In 1958, the popular television series 77 Sunset Strip made a significant change to its cast. The entire ensemble, with the exception of Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., was let go. Zimbalist, who played the lead role of Private Detective Stuart Bailey, was the only cast member retained for the show's second season. This decision to replace the entire cast was a bold move by the show's producers, who were looking to shake things up and bring a new dynamic to the series. The first season of 77 Sunset Strip had been a success, but the producers felt that the show needed a fresh start in order to maintain its popularity and appeal to viewers. The decision to keep Zimbalist on board was an easy one, as he had become the face of the show and was widely popular with audiences. His portrayal of Stuart Bailey, a suave and sophisticated private detective, had become the cornerstone of the series and was a major draw for viewers. The new cast members brought their own unique talents and skills to the show and helped to create a new and exciting atmosphere on set. The second season of 77 Sunset Strip was met with critical acclaim and continued to be a hit with audiences, thanks in large part to the strong performances of its talented cast. In conclusion, the decision to fire the entire cast of 77 Sunset Strip, with the exception of Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., was a bold and strategic move by the show's producers. This decision allowed them to bring in new talent and create a fresh and exciting dynamic for the show's second season, which was met with critical acclaim and continued success.
Or honey in the woven bee. Miss Baranova?
Do you, Prince Olaf?
In the 1958 TV series 77 Sunset Strip, the character of Stu Bailey is now portrayed as a lone private investigator. Previously, he had been depicted as working alongside Jeff Spencer, Suzanne, and Roscoe, as well as having a government background. However, in this new direction for the show, all references to his past collaborations and history are absent. Stu Bailey's character is now the central focus of the series, and the audience follows his journey as he takes on various cases and solves mysteries. The show's creators made a conscious decision to start anew with Bailey's character, providing him with a fresh slate and the opportunity to stand on his own as a private investigator. The absence of continuity from the previous seasons allows for new viewers to jump in and follow the show without feeling lost or needing to catch up on past events. At the same time, longtime fans are presented with a different side of Stu Bailey, one that is not tied down by his past relationships and experiences. Overall, the decision to present Stu Bailey as a lone private investigator in 77 Sunset Strip was a deliberate choice made by the show's creators to refresh the series and provide a new perspective on the character. While it may have been a departure from the show's original premise, it allowed for the continued exploration of the private investigator genre and the development of Stu Bailey's character.
Not that the question is likely to come up, but you can't be too careful.
Here's to a nice, quiet...
The 1958 TV series 77 Sunset Strip experienced a significant change that left its younger audience perplexed and disappointed. The beloved character Kooky was abruptly written off the show without any explanation, causing an uproar among the show's fans. The overall tone of the series shifted dramatically, taking on a darker and more serious tone. The carefree and light-hearted atmosphere that had previously been a staple of the show was replaced with a more somber and intense mood. Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., who played the lead character, Stuart Bailey, also underwent a transformation in his portrayal of the character. Bailey's personality became more brooding and intense, reflecting the overall tone of the series. The sudden departure of Kooky and the change in Bailey's personality were not the only shifts in the series. The show's writers and producers made a conscious effort to appeal to an older audience, which resulted in a noticeable change in the show's content and style. Despite these changes, 77 Sunset Strip remained a popular show, with many viewers tuning in each week to follow the adventures of Stuart Bailey and his associates. However, the abrupt disconnect from the show's earlier seasons and the loss of the beloved character of Kooky left a lasting impact on the show's following, particularly among the younger generation.
Later than usual. What happened to that ice you phoned for, Marty?
I'll call him again.
The TV show 77 Sunset Strip, which first aired in 1958, was a popular detective series that followed the adventures of two private investigators, Stuart Bailey and Jeff Spencer. The show was set in Los Angeles and featured a range of cases that the duo solved using their sharp wits and detective skills. The iconic setting of 77 Sunset Strip was a detective agency located at 77 Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. The agency was housed in a stylish building with a parking lot where the detectives' cool cars were often shown. Another notable location was Dino's Lodge, a popular restaurant and nightclub that was frequently featured in the show. However, in a later version of the show, these familiar offices and the parking lot were no longer present. Instead, the setting shifted to a new location with different characters and a slightly altered format. Despite these changes, the show remained popular and continued to captivate audiences with its engaging stories and charismatic leads. 77 Sunset Strip was known for its fast-paced action, snappy dialogue, and glamorous setting. The show's depiction of Los Angeles in the 1950s was particularly noteworthy as it captured the city's vibrant nightlife, stylish fashion, and laid-back attitude. The detectives' investigations often took them to trendy nightclubs, luxurious mansions, and other upscale locations, providing viewers with a glimpse into the lives of the city's elite. Overall, 77 Sunset Strip was a groundbreaking show that helped to define the detective genre on television. Its combination of action, drama, and glamour made it a hit with audiences, and its legacy can still be seen in modern detective shows and movies.
Necessary. At the time. At the time?
77 Sunset Strip was a popular television series that aired from 1958 to 1964. The show was known for its detective theme and followed the lives of two private investigators, Stuart Bailey and Jeff Spencer, who worked out of an office located at 77 Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, California. The show was created by Roy Huggins and produced by Warner Brothers. One of the most memorable aspects of 77 Sunset Strip was its catchy theme song, which featured a finger-snapping rhythm. However, in 1958, the familiar finger-snapping theme song was gone and replaced by a new one. The new theme song was called Sunset Strip and was composed by Mac David and Jerry Livingston. The show was filmed on location in and around Los Angeles, and the characters often found themselves involved in high-stakes cases that took them to various parts of the city. The show's setting and characters were a reflection of the times, and 77 Sunset Strip quickly became a hit with audiences. The show's success can be attributed to its fast-paced storytelling, stylish characters, and glamorous setting. The private investigators, Bailey and Spencer, were portrayed as cool and confident, and their cases often involved beautiful women, high-speed car chases, and dangerous situations. The show also featured a talented supporting cast, including Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. as Stuart Bailey, Roger Smith as Jeff Spencer, and Ed Burns as Gerald Lloyd Cookson-Roman II, also known as Kooky. Kooky was a parking lot attendant who became a fan favorite and even had his own spin-off series called Peter Gunn. 77 Sunset Strip was a groundbreaking show that helped to define the detective genre on television. Its combination of action, drama, and humor made it a hit with audiences, and its influence can still be seen in modern-day detective shows. Despite the changes in the theme song, the show remained popular and continued to captivate audiences for several years.
It's almost unbelievable.
In the late 1950s, the popular television show 77 Sunset Strip underwent a change in its set design. The address remained the same, but the offices of the main character, Stuart Bailey, were relocated to a different building. This new location provided a fresh and distinct setting for the private detective's operations. Previously, Bailey's office was situated in the same building as his partner, Jeff Spencer. However, the new offices were a significant departure from the past 5 years. The new building housed a more modern and updated workspace for Bailey, which added a new dimension to the show's visual appeal. The change in location allowed for a more dynamic and contemporary atmosphere, which was reflected in the storylines and characters. The new offices provided a fresh backdrop for the cases that Bailey and his associates worked on, keeping the show's audience engaged and intrigued. Overall, the relocation of Bailey's offices to a new building was a strategic move that brought a new look and feel to 77 Sunset Strip. The change in scenery kept the show fresh and exciting, providing viewers with a captivating visual experience that complemented the show's intriguing storylines.
Moving up Private Eye, 77 Sunset Strip.
In the 6th season of 77 Sunset Strip, viewers noticed significant changes that made it seem like a different show from the previous 5 seasons. The central characters, private detectives Stu Bailey and Jeff Spencer, were rarely seen together, and their investigations were often separate. The lighthearted and humorous tone that had been a staple of the show was also largely absent. The season storylines were more serious and dramatic, focusing on hard-hitting issues such as drug addiction, organized crime, and political corruption. The show's format was also altered, with each episode featuring a different guest star as the main focus of the investigation. This change allowed the show to explore a wider range of stories and characters, but it also meant that the regular cast members had less screen time together. Despite these changes, 77 Sunset Strip remained a popular show in its 6th season. The new format and serious tone attracted a different audience, while the show's established fan base continued to tune in for the stylish detective work and glamorous Hollywood setting. The show's popularity was a testament to its enduring appeal and ability to adapt to changing times. Overall, the 6th season of 77 Sunset Strip was a departure from the show's earlier seasons, but it still delivered the high-quality entertainment that viewers had come to expect. The new format and storylines kept the show fresh and engaging, while the regular cast members continued to provide strong performances that resonated with audiences. Whether you were a fan of the show's earlier seasons or a new viewer attracted to its more serious tone, there was something for everyone in the 6th season of 77 Sunset Strip.
Chief, there should be only one set of laws for everyone.
You're not answering my question.
The 1958 TV series 77 Sunset Strip experienced significant viewer dissatisfaction due to numerous changes, which led to extremely poor ratings. The season and the series were ultimately canceled in January of 1964. The show, which was set in a detective agency located on Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, featured private investigators Kooky and Stu Bailey. The series was initially popular, attracting a large viewership with its blend of mystery, action, and humor. However, as the show progressed, the producers made several changes to the format and characters, which did not sit well with the audience. The changes were so significant that viewers no longer recognized the show they had initially enjoyed. The poor ratings that followed were a clear indication of the audience's displeasure. Despite the producers' attempts to revamp the show, the damage had already been done. The series was eventually canceled, marking the end of 77 Sunset Strip. In conclusion, 77 Sunset Strip is a prime example of how making too many changes to a successful formula can lead to a decline in viewership and ultimately cancellation. The series' demise serves as a reminder that it is essential to listen to the audience and maintain the elements that made the show popular in the first place.
I haven't noticed it. I've been too busy. Listen, why don't you take that tray of drinks over there, will you?
In 1958, the television series 77 Sunset Strip gained popularity with its unique blend of detective stories and stylish setting. The show followed the adventures of two private detectives, Stuart Bailey and Jeff Spencer, who worked out of an office located on the famous Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. The series was known for its fast-paced action, witty dialogue, and attractive cast. As the first season of 77 Sunset Strip came to a close, the show underwent some changes. Due to scheduling conflicts, several of the original cast members were unable to continue filming new episodes. To finish out the season, reruns featuring the original cast were aired. These episodes allowed fans to revisit some of their favorite cases and moments from the show. Despite the challenges faced during the first season, 77 Sunset Strip remained a popular series. The show's combination of detective work and Hollywood glamour continued to captivate audiences, and the reruns provided a satisfying conclusion to the season. As the show continued into subsequent seasons, new cast members joined the team, and the series continued to evolve and grow in popularity. Overall, 77 Sunset Strip was a groundbreaking show that helped to define the detective genre on television. Its stylish setting, memorable characters, and exciting stories made it a favorite among audiences, and the reruns featuring the original cast provided a fitting end to the first season.
Francs?
No, dollars.
I'd buy it if I were you.
In the 1958 TV series 77 Sunset Strip, the detectives alternated as leads. Some weeks focused on Stu Bailey's case, while others centered on just Spencer's. Occasionally, they teamed up, depending on the case. This dynamic allowed for varied storylines and kept viewers engaged with the characters' different investigative approaches. 77 Sunset Strip was the first of Warner Brothers' cookie-cutter detective series. ABC was completely sold on the success of the show and ordered 3 identical series that only differed in their locations. One was Bourbon Street, another was Hawaii, and the last was Surfside 6.
Missing persons, please.
77 Sunset Strip was a popular television series that aired from 1958 to 1964. The show was known for its crime drama storylines and its setting on the famous Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, California. The series followed the adventures of private detectives who worked out of an office located at 77 Sunset Strip. The main characters of the series were Stuart Bailey, played by Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., and Jeff Spencer, played by Roger Smith. The two detectives often worked together to solve cases that ranged from murder investigations to tracking down missing persons. The series also featured a number of recurring characters, including Kooky, played by Ed Byans, who worked as a parking lot attendant and occasional detective assistant. The show was notable for its fast-paced, action-packed storylines and its use of location shooting on the Sunset Strip. The series' theme song, 77 Sunset Strip, became a hit single and helped to make the show a cultural phenomenon. In addition to its success on television, 77 Sunset Strip also spawned a number of merchandising tie-ins, including a series of novelizations and a comic book series. The show's popularity also led to the creation of a spin-off series, Peter Gunn, which aired from 1958 to 1961. In 1960, the producers of 77 Sunset Strip introduced a new series called The Roaring Twenties, which added some variety by taking place in a different era. The new series followed the adventures of a group of private detectives working in the 1920s and featured a number of historical figures and events from that time period. Overall, 77 Sunset Strip was a groundbreaking and influential television series that helped to define the crime drama genre and left a lasting impact on popular culture. Its fast-paced storytelling, memorable characters, and iconic setting continue to be celebrated by fans and critics alike.
Hasn't bothered about you for an awful long time. With his money, I could buy you the most beautiful thing.